Thanks for checking out Clubhouse Chronicles presented by Venture House. All images you see have been selected by the members. Enjoy the show.
So, hey Daniel, how's it going?
I'm all right. How you doing, Carissa? It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, thanks. It's a pleasure to have you. First time doing this, so new for everybody.
Hey Daniel, this is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
So one thing we're going to try to do with this podcast is every episode we're going to start with an icebreaker, right?
New for everybody.
So since it's our episode, I feel like it would be good to do like a 2 truths and a lie. Do you know how to play that one?
Yeah, that's fine. So I say two truths and a lie.
Yeah, we're going to take turns. You say one and me and Carissa have to guess we have to guess the 2 truths and a lie for you. And then I guess you could either choose me or Carissa, or you want to ask one of us to do the 2 truths and a lie. So we take turns. So you want to go first?
Yeah, so is it concerning Venture House specifically?
Anything you want.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie. One truth is that the sky is blue. Another truth is that
Wait, Dan, you're not supposed to say. You're supposed to say like 3 things, and then we're supposed to guess which one is the lie and which one are the 2 truths. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna go for example. I'm gonna go for example, right? So I was a 2-sport athlete in high school. I create music, and I have a dog named Carter.
Aww.
Which one do you?
I think the lie is that you play basketball.
Wow, I'm offended. I did play basketball. It's true. I played 2 sports in high school, basketball and football.
And I don't know about...
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's the dog, because I know you... I don't know. I feel like it's the dog, because I know you do something with music. I've heard you say that before.
Yeah. So I do music. The lie is I have a dog named Carter. But I will soon though.
Oh.
Oh, yay, that's so exciting.
You want to try it, Daniel? Or you want to?
Yeah, I'll go next. I have a bachelor's degree. I'm a filmmaker. And I love avocados.
I want to say the lie is avocados.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the avocados.
Correct. Yeah, I can't eat avocados. I can't stomach them. I don't know why. I think I have some kind of reaction. Some type of a reaction. I don't know. I always throw up right after I eat a piece of avocado. I just can't stomach it. I don't know what happens.
I'd have to say, I think definitely like eating avocados just plain is a little bit bland, but like if you turn it into like guacamole or something like that, I don't know.
Even if it's guacamole, it doesn't work out for me.
Wow.
It doesn't work out.
I'm sorry, Dan. I don't know what you're missing out on, man.
I mean, it's my body, you know.
I understand.
Yeah, so I guess it would be my turn then. I'm terrible at this game too. I have to think of a good line. So okay. When wait. Sorry, let me think. Okay. I've been to 4 different countries. My favorite food is pizza, and growing up I had 5 pets.
Your favorite food is pizza. That's a lie.
Yeah, I agree.
So Yeah, that's the lie. I like pizza. I would say I like it. I do. I enjoy eating pizza, but in terms of being the top favorite, I'd have to say it's something else. Don't know what at the moment, but
at least you can stomach it.
Yeah. I like it. It's good, but I prefer. I don't know. If I'd have to say my favorite, I probably would say pizza. I feel like a few people are gonna be like, "What, Carissa?"
All right, so I think we should get started in what we're going to talk about now. So once again, Daniel, thank you for joining us. And like
pleasure.
The podcast is just to let everybody see who's at Venture House. Let them find out about Clubhouse, the members and the staff, our stories and our experiences, and just get to know us better and find out what we do at the Clubhouse. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And feel free to, if if you're feeling like you have a question for us as well, or one of us or both of us, or or if we ask you a question and you want to ask us the same question back, feel free to do that, because this is a cool podcast that we're trying out, and like Matt said, we're really showcasing like who we are as people at Venture House. So yeah.
Okay.
So I guess the first question would be, what were some of your dreams growing up?
Well, growing up, some of my dreams were, for a long time it was to be in the film industry. I started very early to look at some classical films. At the same time of watching those classical films, I was watching the Disney movies, so like Little Mermaid and Pinocchio and Aladdin. Yeah, so I like every regular kid, I watched the Disney movies that came out at the time in the 90s. But also I started to be exposed to the works of Frank Capra, Alfred Hitchcock, William Wyler, like the 40s and 50s, like the movies that came out in the 40s and 50s. I started to have an interest in those movies, and then in the early 2000s, I started to see even more films by some directors like Spike Lee and Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. So I was always a big movie person throughout my childhood and my teenage years. Yes, I always really wanted to be in the film industry and hopefully as a film director. But when it was time for me to choose a major for college, my parents forbade me doing something like that. So I just chose to major in biology. And so I got within a couple of years, I got my bachelor's in science in biology at Medgar Evers College. But then, even since my teenage years, I had sort of the onset of mental illness. And so that kind of thing, like becoming a biomedical scientist, it was not something that was me. So I chose to study films again, and a couple of years ago I started making them and writing scripts. So that is my goal now, is again is to become a filmmaker, and it was that way ever since I was a teenager and a young man.
Very detailed. And you went into like my next question, which was going to be like, tell us about yourself. And you still could answer that if you want to, but I feel like I want you to continue to, tell us more.
Yeah. So, it's not like I'm an aspiring film director. I am a film director. I am a filmmaker already. So it's not a question of like if I'm a filmmaker or not. I am one. It's just a question of working with a bigger budget, and that's what I'm striving for right now. Working with trying to get funding. But the only way I'm going to do that is to put out films and show people what I'm capable of. And so I write scenarios for films. I actually make films, short films. And what else would I say about myself other than the filmmaking stuff? Well, I remember Adventure House, of course. So that was kind of the main thing about this podcast. And then I've been a member of Adventure House for 4 years, around 4 years. And I think I don't know if this is a question that's going to come up, but I think the thing that Adventure House does for me the most is it's enabled me to explore myself, explore what I can do, and have a community to share my work with.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
yeah,
I guess that would probably go into how Venture House kind of helps you with your personal and professional goals.
Yeah, I'll be happy to repeat it if you want me to.
No, that's okay, unless you want to. But is there any other way that Venture House helps you with your personal goals? Or, the community is definitely a huge thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, with my goals, yes, of course, it's done a lot from me to, first of all, like for instance, before I became a member at Venture House, I did not say to myself, okay, I should strive to become a filmmaker. It's becoming a member of Venture House sort of encouraged me to explore what I'm capable of, what my strengths are, and how I should strive to improve on my strengths. Because when I first became a member of Venture House, one of the first things that I noticed is there's a lot of people at Venture House getting into creative endeavors, or they might do something creative as a hobby. And one thing that really impressed me was the paintings around the building, the artwork, also some of the videos that were put out by VHTV. So it really encouraged me to explore who I am, as what my goals are, and I quickly established that my goal was to tell stories visually.
Awesome. Definitely. From what I've seen of some of your work, you've become very, very good at that too. Just with the way you're able to. Well,
I'm kind of critical of myself a lot of the time. I after I complete something, I look at it and I see that there could have been a lot of things that could have been better done, and oftentimes I want to redo my work sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So, but you're right. I did improve over time, you're right about that. But I still have a long way to go. I still have a long way to go, but that's what I would say.
I think it's definitely important that while it's good that you have like a goal set in mind and you're driven to improve, it's always good to always just always look back on how far you've come, be mindful of the progress because it helps you know that you're getting better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that's a good thought.
When we always shoot for a goal and we're not where we want to be yet, it comes to kind of throw us off. But if you always look at it, the steps in the right direction, it'll continue to encourage you to keep going.
Right. Yeah.
So next question is, what's your favorite thing or some of your favorite things about the Clubhouse?
I would say the favorite thing that I have about the Clubhouse is that we're a community devoted to the wellness of the individual, not just mental wellness, but physical wellness and emotional wellness. And it's not just the staff that is serving the members. It's members helping each other, staff helping each other, everybody helping each other. And that's what I like about the Clubhouse the most. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, I think that definitely describes it, very well. And along with that, like based on seeing that sense of community and just coming in and out of Venture House, what looks like a normal day for you generally? Like take us through like your.
Well, I usually come into the morning. I come into the morning at when Venture House was open, physically open. I used to come in, early in the morning. Went to the morning meeting. Had some coffee, had some breakfast, and I usually became a part of the activities in the E&E unit, Employment and Education unit, and I participated in something called the Work Order Day, where members, work on tasks or participate in the maintenance of the facility. And after I get my tasks done, I would, sit down and talk to a staff member or another member about things problems that I'm trying to resolve. And around maybe 1 or 2 o'clock, I would leave to go home and work on my writing and my films. Yeah, and every once in a while, I also, like you've seen this, Matt, we filmed video projects at the Clubhouse, for the Clubhouse, and worked on maybe a little bit of editing, maybe. Yeah, and so that's a usual day for me.
Have we been good helpers to you?
Is that the next question?
Yeah.
You mean the staff?
Yeah, as a community, as a whole.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. The staff has been extremely helpful, and some members as well. And just also the interaction between me and the people at the Clubhouse is to have positive reaction, positive vibes all the time. It's really good for my mental health, and it's really improved it. It's shown me that my struggles that I have I'm not alone in my struggles, because many times when I talk to a staff or a member, they revealed to me, I've had the same issues with my mental health, and so it makes me feel like, I'm not alone. So yeah, I mean, the staff especially has been very helpful, and also with connecting me with employment opportunities, and sometimes we might talk about current events, things that are bothering me in the news, and it makes me feel better when I do that.
That's good.
Awesome. And we know each other pretty well, I guess, after, working together for so long. But what do you think is one thing that, because everybody knows how you're, really creative and how you're great and you've helped us out so much with the filming. But what is one thing that you think people might not know about you that you would want them to know?
One thing that people don't know about me that I would want them to know, that I want them to know, right?
Yeah.
So one thing that I would tell people that they might not know about me is I'm very much interested in other people's experiences. I don't just stay within my own experience. I like to, ask people questions here and there. What is it like to be, a certain ethnicity or a certain race? What is it like to be, within this culture? I'm very curious that way, and I think it's very important to not stay within our own experiences and really learn about how get an idea of how it feels to be a different person, like somebody who's a different gender or a different sex or a different race. We have to really try to strive to understand each other so that we can have empathy for each other or sympathy. So I would say to people, and let them know that I'm very curious about other people's experiences.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing. That's awesome. I can definitely agree with that. And that it's important, for us to share our experiences when we're comfortable and, really truly get to know each other too. No matter what, our background or things like that. So that's awesome.
Right.
Do you have any more questions, Carissa? I think I just have one more.
No, I think I'm okay. Yeah.
And this question is a broad question. To answer it however you feel, we'll wrap it up. What do you want?
What do I want? That's the question.
Yeah. No, it's a deep question.
It is a deep question. The thing I want most of all is probably is to be in a paradise with God at the end of life, and to see everybody that I know and even people that I don't know. I want everybody to be at peace one day, and complete total peace with themselves and other people, and in harmony. And because I don't want suffering to go on forever, So what I want most of all is probably just to be in heaven with everybody else and not have to worry about anything. I'm not religious, but I do have faith, and I want the best for everybody.
Great. I like that answer. It's a great way of wrapping it up. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't have any questions. I can't come up with anything right now. But well, actually, yeah. So, can I ask a question about how regular this podcast will be?
Yeah, sure.
How often it will be?
And I know we kind of talked about that, a little bit when we were brainstorming. What did we talk about, Matt?
I think once a month would probably be the best, right?
Yeah.
Once a month. 2, if you could try to squeeze in 2, but I think once a month is probably ideal.
Yeah, I think, at least to get started, and we definitely, I know, talked about maybe filming at least a few of these to have like a buffer. Just to make sure that we always reach that deadline. So I'd say definitely for when this one comes out, we're probably gonna, this one's probably gonna come out first, but when we start like the next one, I know we're probably gonna give it some time to have that buffer. I know.
Yeah.
So I guess this is it, right?
Yeah. Thank you for being the first member of our podcast, Daniel. We appreciate
No problem.
Thanks for coming.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
For more information on Venture House, you can go to venturehouse.org or call us at 718-658-7201. This project is supported in part by an award from the National Endowment for the Arts. To find out more about how National Endowment for the Arts grants impact individuals and communities, visit www.arts.gov.